Anfang is altijd zo moeilijk, hè?
I think it's pretty nice. Oh.
Ja.
I think we're.
Maar wacht, ja, even nog. Is dat nu, ja?
I think so, ja. Ik denk dat het nu is. Staat ook hier op mijn memo.
Memo 8 uur beginnen. Ah ja, nou ja. Ik ben nog niet klaar met mijn nagel. Nee, deze kan nog wel iets beter.
I don't know the language that you're speaking.
Alright. We're in English speaking office.
It's here in English speaking office.
So, I don't think I can do my right hand now. Right? I think I will wait with this one a little bit. We zijn online volgens mij, toch?
Oh. Wait. First cup of coffee.
Right, okay.
Still a little bit hot.
Well, my nails are done. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, love it.
So, right. Hey. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Sickhouse Helpdesk. As you can see, we're tremendously busy this evening.
It's intense tonight.
It is super intense. Well, tonight's show is all about you. You can call us, right?
Could you can call us. Not yet.
No, we have to wait.
In about 5 minutes we're opening. We're settling in a little bit.
Exactly, right.
It is a very, very busy day, but we also super need busy. To sometimes calm down a little bit. As you can see here on the calendar.
Yeah, right.
But so we were helping a lot of analog people today. And I think our switch is now, so we're going to start helping people digitally.
Right, exactly. So, as you know, we're like on lockdown day 736, and we've all been spending a lot of time in front of our computers.
A lot of time.
Like, a lot of time. So, and as most people, I'm actually using Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Google
Google Chrome, Google Calendar, Google Mail, Google Maps.
Exactly. Drive. I have most of my files in Drive and everything.
Me too. Except for the ones that are standing here. But for the rest, all my files are in Google Drive.
Exactly. So, and actually we thought, is this the best way to actually store our online data?
Do we want to give all our information to Google?
Exactly.
Do we?
Exactly. And how is this related to people calling to this help desk?
that is a lovely bridge that you made.
Great bridge. I'm from
so what we're trying to do tonight is going to help you at home or in the studio, whomever, to help you find your answers, but not by using Google.
Right.
So no Google Chrome, ish. But trying to find the answers on other places on the internet that is not owned by Google, or actually by Alphabet, who is the owner of Google. So we're trying to find different ways in which we can find your answers, but not sell our soul at the same time. I think that's...
Well, it's a little late, but...
Yeah, okay. Also, this is live streamed on YouTube, which is owned by Google, so that might be a little bit of a problem, but for the rest, yeah. So we have a phone number for you to call. We have us. We will help you find all the answers. Very provisionary.
Exactly. And by answer finding, like if you have questions, you would like to send us on a quest on the internet without using actually Googles. You can send us on a quest.
Take off your Googles and have a broader view of life.
Yeah, there's a great.
Yeah, thank you. Very good, thank you.
Great. But there's like loads of websites and search engines out there which give an alternative to Google.
Because I can explain a little bit about Google.
That would be great.
I found some facts when I was not Googling. I was using alternative search engines, and I wanted to know how Google actually, how big Google actually is. Because we all know, I think, that Google is quite big.
Right.
But how big is Google?
We're getting also 10 cents every time we say Google, so it's like we're getting quite the wealthier.
Yes. And that's a funny thing. So, for example, per second, 70,000 Google searches are taking place every second. Which means that it's 270 million, no, that's a lie, 227 million Google hits an hour and 5.4 billion, for Dutch that's miljards, but billion Google searches a day, which is quite a lot, and it's actually 90% of all the internet search engine uses is 90% of the people use Google. But that's only the search part. So, for example, I think you have an Android phone.
Yeah, I
which is
do.
owned by Google.
Right.
I have an Android phone.
Phone.
Android
phone.
I have an Android phone.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
You are.
Did I say yeah? I am so sorry. We are also learning.
Yes, we
but
are not Android phones.
Besides us, 2.5 billion people have an Android phone, which is actually all owned by Google.
2.5 billion.
2.5 billion people using, well, Android devices. So it might also be an
fridge?
not an iPad, actually.
Could it be
a tablet.
Could it be in fridge?
If there is an Android fridge, I think you have smart fridges now, right? That say like, hey, you ate a lot.
Alright, so Google knows what you're eating? Is that it?
So this is the funny part, because Alphabet, that's the company that owns Google.
Yeah.
But they own also about 260 other companies.
Okay.
Among which is Fitbit. So the watch that tracks you. So when you Google a recipe, Google knows like, ooh, you Googled this recipe. And then they see like, oh, but he only ran 20 minutes a day, but there were a lot of chicken nuggets. But also on Google Maps, they can see where you ran to.
Yeah.
And then when you use your Android phone, they saw that you texted to somebody else, oh, I had a lot of chicken nuggets. I will not run today. And this is all the things that people know. And some other funny facts, which I think is the most hilarious one. 85 million people in the last year Googled the word Google. I think that's something that's I don't get this big of a laugh. I thought this was the most comedic part.
If we would have not rehearsed this at all, I probably would have laughed.
Oh, yeah,
going over it through this like a lot. Like,
But also, what you didn't yet know is that 97% of all the people who are buying online check the Google reviews. Right. 97% of all consumers in the world, which is a lot. As you can hear by the way that I said world.
You said it quite
Yeah, that's how intense. And the thing is, Google uses 10% of their algorithms through those the Google reviews.
Okay.
So if you have a high Google review, you will also always get pushed to the top when somebody Googles something. But also,
and they're actually quite persuasive, because I actually write a lot of reviews, or give stars. Actually, not so much reviews. I give stars to companies or places I visit, even if I just drive by.
I've seen your reviews on the Sickhouse page.
Exactly.
Yes.
You rate us anyway.
Yeah,
so,
please.
Rate us on Google.
We try not to use Google, but please, if you want to give us 5 stars,
give us
nobody's stopping you.
Whatever. They keep on pushing notifications like, hey, you have been here, your views have been seen 21,000 times, you're really popular, keep on viewing. So they really push for this.
Google just became British. Very popular.
Okay.
And then I will stop with my tiny facts.
Right.
But because it's 90% of the searches, it also means that from the 4.39 billion people that are using the internet, 4 billion of them are using Google.
Right.
Which is a lot, because the world has 8 billion people here, I think.
Is it 8 billion? I wish we could ask somebody else who's quite knowledgeable.
Maybe we should have had, that's a nice bridge.
That is a great bridge.
That is a great bridge, because we have not an assistant.
He's not an assistant, he's actually our boss.
Yeah, it's our boss, it's our brainy boy.
Pit boss.
X-Men White.
Hex.
You made up this name. I cannot remember this name. I call him Brainy Boy because.
So we got this tiny man in this box, in this magical, visionary, crazy box.
Ooh.
And he will help us for all the answers that we don't know, which means that
we're not all that tacky, but he is actually.
8 billion sounds about 8 billion. Yeah.
8 billion.
So I'm sorry, that's not a techie answer from Hex Madron.
Thank you.
But
right. So
which means that I'm also a brainy boy.
You are.
But not as brainy as the actual brainy boy.
Oh,
right.
Oh my God!
We got a hotline.
We're having our first call. Okay, we're gonna just answer this real quick because I'm really curious. I'm so nervous. We haven't even done talking about our things.
Pick it up.
Okay, right. Wait.
We do the loudspeaker.
So, welcome to Sickhouse.
Welcome to Sickhouse Helpdesk. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Quinta. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Very thank
How
you for
are
calling
you?
us.
What would you like us to look up for you?
Well, you were talking about Google Drive as an example of one of the services of Google.
Right.
Is there any comparable service to store your files and data and photos and stuff, which has the same kind of like
Accessibility.
This is actually a really great question.
That is a really great question.
I will write it down.
Exactly, we write everything down because in case there's loads of questions coming in, we write them all down and then we will just work them down. But so far, I mean, thank you for calling. I think we will go do we directly get to this?
Well,
I will be working as the speed as we have been working before. This is urgent.
No, I think this is really
very
great.
urgent. Please look it up. Help me, please.
The car is burning and I need to know where to store my data alternative. Okay, then we will directly
Thank
get
you
into this.
so much for the question.
Exactly.
We will explain how we are going to search things because
Exactly.
that's something that we want to share. And
Exactly.
then afterwards, we will definitely start with your question. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Okay.
Follow the stream for the answer.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
This is already
I love it.
yes. So how we're gonna search for things?
Right. So basically, I'm going to use a browser called Tor, and because I tried to explain earlier what is Tor, because I wanted to say it's like a VPN browser, but then Chris was like, no, it's not. So we call him Hexmaster Q. So and he was like, explain,
right.
and then I would like to explain in a really good way what this is. What is Tor?
Tor is an anonymizing network, so to speak. So you send your data into some kind of magical black box. Magical black box is the key word. This is what we use in tech land, magical black
Right.
box. And then the network is a lot of people, and it decides where your traffic comes out at random. So there's a lot of people there's a lot of points where the traffic of your traffic can come out, so that the people that are receiving the traffic cannot discern or cannot figure out who the real originator is.
Right.
So this is the anonymous part, or the anonymizing part.
So basically, what the people would see is only that you're using Tor, and that's all, right?
They would see traffic coming from some weird ass
Exactly.
IP address. Yes,
Right.
that's
Okay.
And that's
So
how
this
you're gonna use
exactly.
your
So
browser.
So we're gonna use Tor, and within Tor we're gonna use the search engine. I'm gonna start with DuckDuckGo for this one because I think this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's the standard search engine on Tor. So
And on my computer, I will also use alternative search engines. We have 22 that we found, which all have very funny names. But I will
28, 22.
Did we find more?
We found a lot.
We did really well with
There's
research.
some really weird ones out there. So
And I will use the same alternative search engines, but what I will do is I will keep on using Google Chrome, and we just made a new profile on there, so it has never been used before. This will be the first time. The name, oh fuck, I forgot the name.
there was
And it
something
really funny.
related to
It was
something.
Jennifer. It was Glamourful Coolfridge. Yes, thank you. Glamourful Coolfridge.
Right.
And Glamourful Coolfridge is
Wow,
for
you should have
now.
picked something more pronounceable.
Yes, should just call it Fred or something. But Glamourful Coolfridge is completely new on the internet, and we are trying to use private search engines.
Yeah.
But
Private?
at the end,
Like
we will.
not as in private as like they're not private owned. Not
No,
private,
private as in the
they
privacy.
respect your privacy, right?
Yes.
They're trying to.
Although we also find some really big ones that are used in, for example, Russia and in China, so I think we should use those as well.
Yes.
But at the end, because I'm logged in on my Google Chrome, and at the end we will see how much Google actually has saved from my searchy purging.
Exactly. So, but how would we go ahead? Like,
So the
because
first
we are a
question
very
we've done.
professional search desk thing, help
Yes.
desk. We're not
We-
searching anything. We're a help desk.
Oh yes, we are helping. We are
Exactly.
helping.
Actually, we try to help as much as
So
we can.
You're gonna start with DuckDuckGo.
Right, but I'm gonna look. I don't know exactly what I would go for looking.
So the question is there a great alternative for Google Drives?
Right. So data is it like that is this is a okay. This is a difficult one for me because like I'm sure there's tons of online cloud services for storing your data, but
Yeah.
like they have to also be accessible and they're like as easy as shareable as the drive,
Yeah.
right?
So I will try to use.
How would you Google this? DuckDuckGo this. We use that. How would you DuckDuckGo
this?
this?
Thing. We also, I don't know which camera I should look at anymore.
Neither do I.
Indeed, we can't say the term Google this anymore because we're not Googling this. Should I start with, I will do it, you do DuckDuckGo, and
But
I will
you
go.
look for alternatives to Google Drive and Google Chrome? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, but
Okay.
through Baidu, the Chinese biggest search engine.
All right, so
it has
okay.
70% of the Chinese.
So I'm
market.
gonna look for alternative on Tor, like on my, and I'm gonna use
I already googled how to go to Baidu. So
Okay. I'm gonna use Swiss Cows, which is my new favorite privacy-safe web
I
search.
think when we researched this,
So-
it also said that you can invest in Swiss cows, right?
I think you could invest in Swiss Cows. I'm not sure how much you want to buy on. I mean, look, buy Swiss Cows. I mean, you can buy Swiss Cows if you have like the space at home. Me personally, I don't.
No, well you have
Alternatives to. I would
we also
say
got a
Google.
second question
Oh,
by
already?
92prod.h in the chat.
All right.
How can I watch videos which are not available in the Netherlands? And I think
All right.
Chris might be the helpdesk bro, brainy boy. I'm so sorry. can maybe help with explaining what a VPN is. To explain how to watch videos that are not available in the Netherlands. I don't know if it's legal to explain this.
It
actually.
is very legal to explain these things, of course.
Right.
Virtual private network, yeah. It's basically like Tor, except there is only one endpoint. So your traffic is sent to someone else who transmits the traffic for you. The traffic is encrypted. But also, again, your privacy is sort of protected by the fact that someone else is relaying it for you. So it looks like the traffic is coming from someone else, which is the provider for the VPN service.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that kind of.
Does
The
that?
chat will hear this in a minute. So
Exactly.
after a minute we can
If
hear
the chat
it.
realizes.
So like I was looking on Swiss Cow, my new favorite search engine. I was looking for
Insult.
that's the best one so far. I mean, I could also use something else called Giga Blast, but I will keep that one for a little bit. So I found a thing called, which I actually have been using for a while now, but it's not free, and that is where, for me, mine is Dropbox. I actually have used Dropbox a lot. But,
Yes.
But is that a good?
But
does
the Dropbox? It's really hard to communicate with you in this office setting.
yeah, no, but that's good because this is how offices talk. I heard.
That is.
Do offices talk?
That's just what the offices say.
We have some people in the audience who make sure that we don't totally say nonsense because they have worked in an office before. For me,
Gert-Jan-
it's my first time.
Gert-Jan Bos just said that there are actual Swiss cows outside of his window.
He is in Switzerland! Oh my god, that is right, I forgot! Hi, Gert-Jan!
And then the Sickhouse, which I think is Marie,
You're right.
asked maybe Gert-Jan, the Swiss cows can answer this question. So I think if Gert-Jan is in the possibility to talk to the Swiss cows outside of his window,
Right.
they may be able to answer this question. But for now, I tried to search on Baidu. The problem is, which I should have realized,
It's always Chinese.
only in Chinese. Which made it a little bit. I found one that says online Google Drive forms alternative 2. And I'm reading this now, and I think that the one that you said, which I forgot the name of,
I mean,
Dropbox.
yeah, no, the Dropbox is like I used Dropbox before.
But you use that as to drop the files, right?
Yeah, mostly it's for file sharing. I use it kind of nice. I found some other thing of people who cannot afford Dropbox. There's also just Box. Like, I mean, I don't know what is Box, but I mean that could work, I guess. I don't know. I never used it. There's something called, unfortunately named called P-Cloud. I mean, I don't know this. I have no experience with this. But then there's another one which I forgot about, and I thought like OneDrive, and I've used OneDrive before. Did you use OneDrive before, Niels?
I have used a drive before. I
Okay.
don't think I've used OneDrive before.
Right.
I think,
Gert-Jan Bos says the cows don't speak English.
All right, so that's
very,
unfortunate, actually.
very disappointing.
I think OneDrive is actually owned by Microsoft. Right?
OneDrive is owned by Microsoft, right? Okay.
I
So then
found
there's
something-
iCloud, but I thought these were all hacked.
iCloud.
iCloud, right? There was something with iCloud and
I remember some celebrity scandal,
There
or
was
at least
some-
I remember
exactly.
experiencing the celebrity scandal.
Yes, I think there was something like this.
I found something on Baidu that says Paperform.
That seems.
But this sounds more like that you can. Oh, it's also $15 a month. I'm scanning this. I'm not reading all
Well,
of
Drive,
it.
well,
But
Drive
this
is
sounds-
free, right? Drive is actually totally free.
Yeah, because and this is a beautiful quote that you said
Exactly. But
during our research.
Which
And
I
you said-
came up entirely by myself.
Did
If-
you?
Yes. If a product
Did
is free,
you?
if a product is free, you are the product yourself. I came up with this entirely by myself. This was totally not stolen.
I think that's a beautiful thing that you came up all by yourself.
Thank you very much. I did not use the internet to Google this. To look for it. To DuckDuckGo it. Right. Well, it's a complicated name. We get some right. We're not the only ones working here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And also thank you so much.
Right.
So yes, we have to. This is really important to mention as well. We have Nietzsche and Choa. Is I think the name that we came up with to.
That was
prevent
not
people-
that was not at all what we came up with, but I'm sure it's close.
What did you come up with?
Something else. I forgot.
Who are helping us out? They are our office colleagues, and they help us out with sending us sometimes very important information,
Right.
sometimes just a random note, and they will also make sure that we have enough coffee.
Well, there's something called there's something written on this paper, which is actually quite interesting. I think for like a brainy Mac Christensen, and it's I find the word written here NAS.
Nas. Isn't that a rapper?
No, that's Lil Nas X. Oh, and we can talk an hour about Lil Nas X.
I thought Nas was first and then Little Nas came. I'm sorry,
So
that's just some internet wisdom.
So I think there's something in NAS which is actually interesting for as an alternative.
Network attached storage.
What is that?
That is basically hosting your own little server, but usually it's private. It's like you have your little own little box you put in your closet. It's not magic at this time, but it's you attach it to your network, and that it's where you store all your files. It's like a network drive, but like for yourself. Yeah.
Right, but it for instance, like what I find always super interesting or like super practical in Drive is that I can just easily make a document and share it with everybody. Is that something NAS would be able?
I don't think so. It's possible, but it's not very practical. It's mostly a private affair. In that sense.
I'm
Like,
really pretentious, still trying to read Baidu, but I think I have to go to the other one. But there is also the 5th most popular search engine in the world,
Right.
which is the search engine from Russia, which is called Yandex.
Right.
Maybe I should read Yandex. I don't know if it's .ru. I think it's probably .ru.
I think there's so many different ones, but it's quite hard to actually right now on the fly consider which one would be a good alternative to it, because there's some of Spider Oak. I mean, I would have to this is start your free 21-day trial. Ah, thank you. 21 free trial.
Thank you so much. Now I do read a little bit of Russian.
Yes, that's
very
true.
little bit
You
of
do.
Russian. But what I get from this is, which it says analogi service Google Disk. So I think this says that it's probably an
iDrive.
analog version, but that's not probably what it is because it's on the internet. And we get the same thing. We get Dropbox, we get OneDrive, and we got Yandex.disk. Yandex is this Google. This is the Russian Google.
Right.
So this might actually be a same kind of service, but then in Russian, which I don't know if it's safer or not. I don't really.
I don't, but okay, so Yandex is like the Russian equivalent to Google.
To Google, yes.
All right. Okay.
Like what Baidu is to China, yes.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know this. Yeah. Well, there's apparently a lot of services, but I see a lot of them actually. You're hooked up to a plan, like a 30-day free trial, and then afterwards, also you have iDrive, and then I see this is all not free or accessible as easy as I would consider Drive for it. To
Yeah.
be. Right.
Which is kind of annoying actually, because that means that we have to, if you want to have all those. Oh my god.
Okay, right. I think we will put this one on hold. I think I will go into the next question because I think this is this is so extensive research on Drive and cloud storage.
Good afternoon, this is the Sickhouse Helpdesk. How may we help you? Aike and Niels here.
Hello, good night, good evening. I mean, this is Matthias. I have just a quick question. I heard the term ungoogled, that certain things are ungoogled, and I don't know what this means. How can you ungoogle stuff?
How can we ungoogle stuff? Thank you
Right.
so much for this question.
Yes, this
No
is
problem.
interesting.
We will write it down and we will go and philosophize. That's not a
Okay,
word.
thank
Could you
Good luck.
just to
Thank
make
you
it
so
a
much.
little bit more for us more findable? Could you place this in a little bit more of a is this as an in for get your information off Google and could you provide us with a bit more of a context to this?
I just stumbled upon it in Safari, the Safari browser, or how you call it.
Yes.
And they just said ungoogle certain certain stuff you can do is ungoogled, and I don't know what this means. Maybe you can find out for me.
Thank you very much. We will get right at this. Thank you very much for
Thank you so
calling,
much.
and
Thank
have
you.
a good evening. Follow the stream for
Thank
the
you.
answer.
Also, you might be called back later for a customer service project.
No, you will not.
No, you
Okay.
definitely not.
Bye.
Bye!
All right, we received in the meantime. I see we received also some SMS. Yes, people still send them. So
Wow! Do
Yes.
we have an SMS question?
no, it's just that we have some missed calls. Right.
Did we miss calls?
We missed apparently some call. Ungoogle them. Crispy Box. Do you have an?
Thank you
do
so
you
much,
know what
Jordan.
they maybe meant by ungoogle things? Do you have? We could look for it, but do you maybe have an inside knowledge there?
An insight to the ungoogling.
Yes.
How to ungoogle yourself.
All right, I'm gonna.
How
look-
do I erase myself from the Google,
is a
entirely?
really-
I'm gonna
I
use
think this is my
GigaBlast for
first-
this.
My first impression.
How to
Ungoogle
ungoogle myself.
It's like
I mean, I'm gonna
unentangling
get. I just know I'm gonna just get.
Are you using GigaBlast?
I'm using GigaBlast, yeah. Okay, so there's actually some hits here. So there's written how do I ungoogle myself? Here's how to avoid some of the most annoying invasions in your online privacy. Right, in Macworld. I'm gonna open this in a new tab. And there's actually something called Mastodon, which I heard earlier this week. And I forgot where. So, so protect your privacy. I find directly. So this is an interesting thing. By the book, this article is an excerpt from the Computer Privacy Annoyance by Dan Tinnen. It is an unwritten law that you can write about personal privacy without quoting some Microsoft system. Okay, I'm gonna just read this real quick, and then I'm just gonna see if I can narrow this down a little bit. Bloop, 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 bloop. Computing stuff.
I will, in the meantime, put a question that I just saw in the chat, which is quite important, I think, from Postbode Kili. But then Sickhouse replies with Quinta, so I think it's Quinta. They ask, if I would have the paid Google Drive account, am I still the product? Which is a very interesting question. I know that Aike is now researching his research, so I will answer this very philosophically, because I think that Google is based around the idea of advertisement and using your own information to advertise even more, because that's their main source of income, of course. So what I think is, if you pay for Google Drive, you're still the project, but you gave them money to be more of a product.
I would call it then maybe like a thing like if you would be like on Facebook and be worried about your privacy, and suddenly Facebook would ask for a Google, like a Facebook Pro account, like you would pay Facebook to be
To be more of a product.
maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trying to bribe
Yeah,
pirates or whatever.
Well, it's like what is it? YouTube Pro. Like I mean, like I don't know if you guys get this, but like they keep on asking me if I want to pay for YouTube, so I don't. So and what I find.
Oh yes, that's, by the way, I think the most common question that everybody says no to, because I don't know anybody who has YouTube Pro.
No, I don't know.
Nobody in my life.
If there's anybody here who has actually YouTube Pro, I would love.
Please
what is the
call.
advantage?
Please call
Exactly.
us.
Just
Tell
call
us
us.
your
Call us
experience.
and tell us why.
Yeah, but in an ashamed voice.
No.
Oh
Maybe,
no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
a ashamed voice.
Okay, so what I find on Macworld, I don't know, is that a good website, Chris? Macworld?
Macworld.
Yeah?
It's sounds like a magazine that used to be big, but now it's online.
It's all about
But
Apple.
back when the Mac was big and like you had these Mac conferences.
All right.
and
Well, they said I just typed my phone number into Google, and boy, did I get a shock. It had my name, phone number, address, and even a map to my house. It's like the complete stalker's toolkit. How do I un-Google myself? So they say, I've got some bad news. It's not just Google. You may well be listed in any number of online directories, such as Anywho, whitepages.com, Switchboard, and so on. So I have no experience about this. I don't know if anybody has this. Like, I've never put my phone number in a...
I have never put my phone number or address.
I'm really a little bit scared now because I want to do it, my own phone number, but I know that my screen is shared. And I don't, I'm very curious about what is going to happen. Is this
Can you Google now this phone number that we have? Because I attached it to our fake account.
Ah, you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is it po-
I'm
then
not
we have
Googling
to-
anything. I'm
You're
actually...
Googling HelloFresh. Right
I'm gonna...
Is
I'm gonna use El Goog, which is Google backwards.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So,
nice.
06...
I'm now trying to use
I'm trying to find out what is my phone number. 26. But that won't work because it's private, right? 9382441. 8241. So I can't read this. This is a nightmare for me. So
I'm using the search engine called Gibiru or Gibiru.
yeah, but you know what?
It
You have a
sounds like
Google.
gibberish.
You know what? You have the Google account. You can actually look into this, right?
Do you want me to Google stuff?
Yeah, but your own phone number, the own phone number thing, right?
I can Google my own phone number.
And then this question: can I un-Google myself?
Oh, I typed in Baidu again.
Right. So
It's just what I type accidentally all of the time. 269.
Mastodon is actually something I encountered.
Also, if you want to use our phone number, you can call us. It's 06269
I think it's somewhere. I think it's somewhere in flashy pink letters, right? Right. Right.
wow.
Okay.
As if we're called.
So this is on mastodon.social tags on Google. Right.
Welcome to the Sickhouse helpline. How may I help you?
You don't get paid.
I tried to call earlier, but it was really busy. I must say it's a little bit annoying.
I'm
but-
so sorry. We're working with all the capacity that we have. It's very stressful these days.
Very sorry. We're trying to get funding for a second phone.
All right. Okay. No problem. That is fine. So I'm trying to get to the Fiji Islands as soon as possible. I don't know if you can help me.
That is an amazing question.
Where does she want to go?
To the Fiji Islands,
All right.
which is
The
written
Fiji Islands.
F-I-J-I.
Possible.
Thank you so much. Do you want to go there on a
Wait.
tourist travel, or do you just want to have a flight and go by yourself? What is the plan of your travels?
I really don't care. It's just about time.
Right.
So if I can be there by tomorrow, then that would be perfect.
We are on it. Thank you so much for your question. Follow the stream, and then you will hear how to get to Fiji. You're the quickest.
All right. So I've already looked like.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much as well. Bye.
So basically, what I saw is like Fiji is apparently like that is actually really interesting, and that is actually a good like bridge to why to use an VPN or like an anonymous search engine. Because like if you do want to go to Fiji and you want to fly there, because you like kind of and you want to go to like one of the many websites which actually offer flight tickets, and actually you visit them, then the algorithm knows you went there before, so the next time you're going to go, they're going to up the prices of your flight tickets, right? So everybody knows this. So to use one in for instance use a Tor browser, which hides your your ID, would be a good way to find cheaper prices.
Yeah.
Right. So
and also, I never go on a holiday ever, but I know that my mother does also not so much, but I always help her with finding like fun hotels and blah 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 blah.
And you see when you open it 5 times, indeed, the hotel price is already a little bit bigger.
Exactly.
If you remove your cookies, it drops again. I googled my own phone number in the meantime, and I got a lot of French stuff.
People say my boat is fast.
I believe that's not true, and now my first instinct was Google Map how far Fiji is.
Exactly.
And that's
My instinct would
exactly
be
what
like,
you
how
shouldn't
fast can a boat go? But
How fast can a boat go is also good. like it's
How
good.
fast can a boat go?
So I get Lonely Planet, which gives you like, I mean, it's a rough guide I always use when I was traveling.
I accidentally opened YouTube. Yes.
Right. Well, cheap flights to Fiji on kayak.com are $673, which I believe is that a lot?
Wait, are they asking you to
Fiji,
go
I
by
think, is
kayak?
exactly on the other side of the world. So I think it is quite an expensive trip.
Yeah, probably, right?
And also, it's like a super tiny island, so there are no direct flights. So you probably have to like
Right.
flip. By the way, if you want to know anything
Wait,
about
I'm
Fiji-
sorry. Like the thing is, like booking your like, we should have asked where this person was based because it's really hard to find the fastest way
That is
to go to
indeed
Fiji.
if you don't know what your
Like,
departure
it's like
place is.
I would just say the fastest way is to fly in general, but like then you can go to a ton of websites which could. Oh, this is still the drive stuff, right? I'm gonna see if there's a good way to go to Fiji, and I'm gonna use for this start
Capital
page.
of Fiji
Ah, right.
is Suva. So if
Niels
you want to know
knows-
how to get to
Okay.
Suva, it's Suva.
How to go to? How do you write Suva?
SUVA.
I'm just gonna assume from that it's Netherlands because this is the one thing I can understand where.
Maybe do Düsseldorf. Everybody flies from Düsseldorf.
Suva, Lake Suva and Nagano Suva. Hey, exactly Suva Düsseldorf. So Fiji
Is
Düsseldorf.
Suva not the capital of Fiji anymore?
Fiji what?
I'm
Fiji.
Jaburuing it.
I would go from Düsseldorf.
Oh, but then we go to Wikipedia. Do we like Wikipedia?
No, we use actually yes, maybe. I heard some critical voices about Wikipedia and what stuff is allowed in there and what isn't. So we actually have a different website for this, which is called Antipedia. Yes. Oh wait. Restricted. I think our phone is on silent. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the
Sickhouse Helpdesk, yes.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, we're professional.
Very professional. We should not have this on silent.
Okay, I have a question. How do you make NFT?
How do you make an NFT? And that is a really cool and relevant question. I think first of all we have to explain what is an NFT.
Please
and,
do, because I have
And
no
I
idea.
think Chris will take over from here because he knows what is NFT.
Sure, I sort of first understood like
will call
MSG, like monosodium glutamate, which is
Exactly. No, it's
which is
NFT.
also an
Explain it all.
interesting
Good
question.
We will
Honest,
get to
right.
this.
How
Thank
do
you so
make
much
it
for calling.
Thank you so much for calling.
Also, let me try
missed
to
calls.
Let me try
We
to
have two
not
missed calls.
silence
Okay.
it anymore.
Two missed calls.
Yeah.
We're hot line.
Really hot. What is an NFT?
What is an NFT? An
Right.
NFT, like the abbreviation, stands for non-fungible token. So that
Right.
means it's one of a kind. They like recently it's come up in cryptocurrencies as a way of basically signing a piece of art. So you have, let's say you have a piece of digital art, and you want to sign it. So you put it into some contract on a crypto, on a blockchain.
Right.
There's mechanisms for this, and you can sell basically like the authentication for this artwork. So like what BeepleCrap did was basically just sign a piece of art with his digital signature and then sell the signature, which is all it is.
So
I think that's a nice way of describing it.
So can I just copy it and say it is mine though?
You cannot, because there's only one of a kind. So
There's one of
the
a kind.
blockchain is sort of like
Alright, it's
the
connected to blockchain.
If I may ask
Yeah.
a question to the brainy boy, that
That's the
Can I
worst.
take off the glasses for a minute?
That is the
Check.
worst name of all the cool anonymous hackery kind of names.
Hey, brainy boy.
The
who
brainy
does
boy.
not like the brainy boy?
Okay, actually I do like the brainy boy, but because he said it so often, I like brainy boy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But I think this was in the news a week or two ago that somebody bought the first ever tweet and a huge digital artwork that just exists as a JPEG.
Right.
Are these things that could happen with like an NFT that you put that, because I have no idea, because I am not the brainy boy. Is
I
that what
also am
happens
not.
when you what?
I said I'm also not very experienced with NFTs.
But this is something that would have a collection. If you sell your first tweet and people buy like 4 million or something, then they put a NFT on it.
Is that how you would say it?
You make an NFT, a token. You make a token. Like it's like a sort of like a signature, like a little coin. You know, you have a little coin, but there's only one of them. So I give the coin to you, and that you are the holder of that coin.
Okay, I get that. Yes.
Yeah.
So I happen to know this one. Actually, I think this is quite famous. It's by Beeple, and we've been showing actually his work a lot at Gogpot Festival, like Beeple crab stuff. It's like this really short animations, and like really high quality 3D artworks. And I know that the collection of this actually, I just read it, but the collection of his work got just sold for 69 million at Christie's, which is crazy. And I watched something about this on YouTube about.
Yes, this is the artwork that I meant. Yes, this was made by 5,000 people, I think, and it all went to charity. So
Right?
that's
Yeah, did
fun.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Wait, we have a question. Maybe some simple question you can answer while the caller is online. Then you can ask if they are happy. Right. Let's try this right away.
Let's try this right away.
Okay, let's try to answer this call while they're at the. Welcome to the Sickhouse Helpdesk. How may we help you?
Are you happy?
No, don't just ask them if they're happy.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, are you happy? It's a good
evening.
question, though.
Good evening, Sickhouse Helpdesk.
Hello.
I'm calling because I have a big problem, and I hope you have an answer for it. I have a garden in Germany, here just over the border in Gronau, and as you might know, the rules became really strict now in Germany.
Right.
Do you have an idea to go to Germany without all the craziness, or do you have a phone number where I call to ask this question in Germany, or
Right.
how,
I think
also have
you're
animals
speaking
in
about
this
the new rules in place for like COVID-19, right?
Exactly, yeah. And I
Right.
just want to go to my garden there, and also I have fishes in my pond,
Right.
and I need to feed them like at least once or twice a week, and yeah, I cannot pay all that money for a test to
Right.
just feed my fishes.
So,
I-
like, I think this is a really cool question because, like, I talked about this earlier with our research guy, Sebastiano, and
Yeah.
then I was curious because, is there? We have another call waiting, but that can wait. This is interesting because, I was not certain if you could actually just bike there. Is this possible, or will it be controlled at the border? I did not know.
So,
I think it will be controlled, but not maybe at all the spots. But
So
I was
you can-
hoping if you know, I don't know, like how
how I
Is
read
there,
it in
like,
the news
a-
was that it's
secret
not being
road to
controlled
Germany.
at all. Well, no, there is no border check, but they might check Dutch
Number plates.
number plates. Thank you so much. But in the grensregio, it is
Border region.
it's less the border region. It's less checked upon, especially if you have close connections to the other side of the border. So, for example, if you explain that there are live animals that you need to help, I think it's not going to be a problem.
Okay, but
as
the
long
way-
as you
yeah.
just don't visit people.
All right, but the way I would digitally solve this is I would basically, I would probably see if I could find out the phone number of the neighbor and who's living there.
I
to
think
see
that's a good idea,
To see if he
yes.
could actually feed the fishes and maybe
I will
take
find
them out
the
garden
number of the neighbor.
Feed the
of the neighbor.
fishes.
to feed the fishes.
No,
So-
but it's also like, okay, I have to feed my fishes, of course, but I've been planting all these seeds for plants, and they're all getting really huge now, and they're
Right.
all in my living room. They cannot stay in my living room. I actually also need to just go to this garden to
Okay.
plant those plants. So
All
yeah,
right.
of course I can call the neighbor, but I really need to go there myself.
Honestly, as a means of transportation, bikes are super undercover.
Okay,
I
so
would say.
yeah, I don't know. You will I don't know if you can hear this, but our
Yeah.
brain master says bikes are probably the most undercover. And actually, I think the way I would go about this in a digital kind of fashion is I would go and see if we can find some secret, sneaky kind of roads into Germany
Yeah.
from here.
Go through Recken. Recken is a very secret entryway to Germany. But also, you can call the German Ministry of Health on the number 030-346-465-100.
Right, we will put this number in the chat.
We will put
Yeah,
this.
thank you.
Are we gonna put this number?
Yeah, of course we will.
Okay, yes, we're gonna put this number in the chat. I will write it there right away. German Ministry of Health.
The
Right.
German help desk is now open.
And it is actually open at the moment, we hear.
Oh, so I can call them now.
Can she call them now?
If you're gonna call them now, we would.
Can she put them, like, link them in the conversation? Like, we call them, she, like, add, call
Well,
her.
I think Aike forgot to put money on this phone, so I think
Yes,
we
yes,
can't
yes.
call them.
We can't call anybody, but Aisha could call and actually put us in the call. I think you could put them in our call. You can actually add people to this call.
Some weird person called Niels F. Rodeberg, I don't know who that is, he put the German Ministry of Health number in the chat of YouTube.
Okay, thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
Thank you. And we actually, this is cool because not a lot of people know this, but back in the days when there were actually now they're back, but there were loads of like real borders. Well, they're now real borders again. Like there were a lot of small smuggle routes for people to get like the green stuff across the line. So this might be an interesting.
He means courgettes.
I mean courgette. This actually might be an interesting way to see if we can find some online articles about which roads were actually taken. And maybe reactivate them to smuggle our COVID-19 vegetables across the...
COVID jets.
COVID vegetables.
No, okay, whatever, that was horribly formulated.
Yeah, it was
But
really terrible. I'm so sorry.
Terribly formulated. But we can look this up. We will
Thank you so much.
We will look up the smuggle routes.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you for the answer. Bye.
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 I am going for a 1 minute break.
Okay, thank you very much. Because we have actually 3 more missed calls.
Oh wow. Okay, my 1 minute break goes now. I'm gonna be very quick. Also because I pee every 5 seconds.
Right, the lines are free again, so feel free to call. This was a super interesting question, and I actually do want to find out which roads were actually back then used to smuggle weed. So I don't know how to use this, but
Okay.
smokkel, routes, Enschede. What is the next? Gronau. I'm gonna do this in Dutch because actually this. Look, the smokkelroute, wandelroutes, Overijssel Wiki. So this is this.
Visit Twente. Yeah.
So there is actually a lot of things called smokkelroutes. Het is een lange afstandsroute die loopt van Denenkamp langs de Poppen, Losser, Glane, de Tip naar Snippert. De route loopt langs alle smokkelpaden en het smokkeldorp Overdinkel heen. So there's even a whole village. I don't know, which is probably, I don't know, I never visited Overdinkel. If anybody has visited Overdinkel, this actually might be super interesting. It's a 100 kilometer long route. So I would take a tent. I can't do this in 1 day. Or 2. Or more. Chris, there's a thing called a Flamingo Route. Are you just here? Thank you for the coffee. There's a thing called the Flamingo Route around here. I don't know what this is, but I will DuckDuckGo this directly. In the meantime, the Flamingo Route, obviously I'm getting a lot of flamingos. I mean, that was kind of expected. But there's I think Chris subtly went to pee. So Flamingo Route, geheim over de grens.
Chris.
Did I say Chris again?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's alright. There's no Chris here.
So there's a thing called, so for our previous caller, there's a thing called the Flamingo Route. And I don't know, wow. I mean, this I didn't know, but did you know, if you bike the Flamingo Route?
I know where it is. Wait.
You know this?
It is in Zwilbroek.
Exactly.
Right underneath Rekken.
Again,
Okay. Oh no, the phone is broken.
What?
This is what happened. This is what office accidents mean. Also, this way of pronouncing it. By the way, I forgot to say where I found the German health thingy was through the search engine called Lukol. And
what's it called?
Lukol. I don't know if I pronounce it. Maybe it's Lukol.
All right.
Lukol. And what it says, I have a tiny fact about it, because they use the Google searches but they strip it down from all the cookies and from all the information that people might get, that Google might get from you. They stripped it down, and then they use what Google research searches would be if there's no any information about you there.
Okay. Oh, so that is what you want, right? A little bit.
That's actually what you want, but I don't think you can use local drive, for example. I don't think that would work.
There's no local drive. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a Swisscow drive. I don't know. Do you know? But, oh wait, this is WikiHow. I'm back here. Gigablast so far is. I am still busy on googling myself. Also, I'm trying.
Oh
to
yes, because we have a lot of questions here.
Wow,
I saw one in the chat that I wrote down because I loved it.
Yeah.
How do I buy a tiger?
So we could visit.
First of all, don't buy a tiger, but pure hypothetically.
Exactly, you should not buy a tiger, but this is actually something for our Brainmaster Flex in the thing.
Brainmaster Flex.
Like,
please tell us how you buy a tiger.
Because I don't know how to get there, but is there like a secret roadmap to the dark web in which we could buy a tiger? Good to
now
tell.
we're
I have
talking.
near been to the
Now
dark
we're
web.
talking.
That's what everybody says.
Who's been on the dark web? Have you been on the dark web?
I don't know. I just go to dealers. That's really a joke, by the way. That's really a joke, by the way. Sorry, Mom. That's really a joke.
But how do you go? What's his number? Maybe we can call him.
Niels.
Oh my God!
Oh, the phone.
Oh no, I should keep this on, right?
Yeah, right. This is our headsets.
Sickhouse Helpdesk, how may we help you?
Is this a Helpdesk?
Yeah, this is the Helpdesk of Sickhouse. Yeah, welcome.
Great. I'm in panic right now. I'm hearing all these great stories about queer Dungeons and Dragons players, and I want to tell all my friends about it on Signal, but none of my friends are on Signal right now. How do I get them to go on there? I've been trying for so long, for many, many months, and nobody wants to move with me. What do I do?
Aha!
That is a really good question.
That is a great question, actually. So how do we convince people to leave the dreaded WhatsApp, Facebook monster to switch over to an alternative like Signal or Telegram? Or Signal and Signal.
I want you to find it out right now. We really need an answer, okay?
All right.
We will answer it right away. I will be on it.
Yeah, right.
Intensely. I will be intensely on it. Thank you so much for your question.
I will.
Yeah, we need to know how to get people to Signal. We don't know.
Okay, wait. I will look right away.
Also, maybe
Stay on the line.
have you maybe tried to ask them nicely? Just go.
Advantage.
Or did you hang up? I think you hung up.
They probably
See,
hung up.
this is what happens. People don't ask nicely. No, that's really
Okay,
good.
so I get the first answers, like why we all should be using the encrypted chat app.
That is an
Signal.
amazing hit that you just got there.
This duck is so friendly and it tells me all of this kind of things. It's crazy. So why should we all use Signal? I actually have recently started to use Signal because a friend of mine, we call her Ella.
Because her name is Ella?
No, that's a fictional name I just made up. Has been actually using Signal. And I actually don't know why to use it. I have it now too. I don't know why I should have it, but it's interesting to find out why. Chris, Flexmaster Brain. Do you know, maybe I will Google this directly, but like in the meantime, do you know something about Signal?
I do.
Right.
Because I see in the chat people really want to know.
They really want to. Amazing. So Signal was started basically by Marlin Moxenspike. He's a guy with dreads, so you know he's cool.
Oh my God.
But
Wait a
no,
minute.
honestly,
Did you just Google this or do you know?
No, I know this. Actually.
Okay, right?
Yeah. So Signal has been around for a while, but it's like really exploded last year, I think, because WhatsApp was like, oh, we're doing new user agreements, blah blah blah. But basically, the premise is of Signal, no profit. Encryption, but the encryption behind it is peer-to-peer encrypted, so that the servers of Signal don't basically store your information or who you talk to and what you talk about. So there is no way for like foreign governments to go into the servers of Signal because they don't to find out what you said, because Signal doesn't store your data. It's peer-to-peer, like when you're talking to someone, everything is encrypted between you two and nobody else.
Do you know?
So that's the premise of Signal.
Do you know what's the difference between that and Telegram? Is there a
So
big
the difference between Telegram is, like WhatsApp also does peer-to-peer encryption at some level, but Telegram, for example, like by default, it goes encrypted between you and the Telegram server, and from the Telegram server to the other person.
Right.
So you can do secret chats in
Yeah.
Telegram, and that would be peer-to-peer encrypted, but basically not by default, which is no bueno. No bueno.
So
I thought the difference between Signal and Telegram was that at Signal you don't have to answer, you have to stop all your messages with the word stop.
But
I
you,
saw that you came up with this joke like 5 minutes ago, and that you really
I
wanted to push
really
for it.
wanted to say that.
That's not helpful.
No, I'm so sorry, but I was feeling myself.
Right.
Also, by the way, I tried to find an answer with the search engine Oscobo, but it's apparently only targeted to British people.
Wait.
If you're in
Oh, wait.
if you're in Great Britain, you can use Oscobo as well, which is a private, privacy good,
Thank you, Ernst.
privacy stuff, but apparently only in the UK.
Right. I think in the meantime, I think our phone may not be the best one. We have absolutely missed no calls. Okay, so we can go on with
We're gonna smack it at the end anyway, so it's
that's
I think
right,
it's fine.
exactly.
I am still trying to find how to buy a tiger, and what I know is that I think
Tiger! I forgot.
tigers.
We were supposed to buy a tiger.
I think that in
Right.
oh no! Sorry.
I'm gonna look for this on Swiss cows. I feel like cows should know how to buy tigers, right?
Do you guys feel adventurous?
Yes.
All right. So, Aike, you have the Tor browser.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to find a dark web merchant site, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, what are we getting?
Stop saying. We're getting messages in which says it urges us. Stop saying you will Google it. Find new words. Invent new lingo. And she. I'm pretty sure this Marie wrote this. But yeah. Okay. We will try to Swiss cow it.
We will switch cow all these answers.
Exactly. So I think I'm. I'm using Tor browser. Yeah. So we have to find a dark web merchant. Are we sure this is like a?
It's like you remember the
How legal is going to the dark web?
like Swiss cow,
Yeah.
Silk Road successor.
Yes.
And
I don't
then
know if I have to
maybe you can find
You find
a
this.
tiger.
What do I have to Silk Root successor?
Silk Route.
Silk Route?
Or Silk Road, sorry.
As in R-O-R.
Like the Silk, like, history. Yeah.
R-R-O-U-T-E.
You know, I'm just gonna
R-O-A-D.
Silk Road
Road.
names your mama successor.
From a
What?
slip disc?
What?
I don't know what's
The
happening.
Romans and interdependence. I don't know where you're bringing us.
Maybe put onion behind that.
Onion.
I don't know how good Swiss cows is, but
I have Silk Road onion. Silk Road 7.
Deep Onion Web, Silk Road 3.1.
Is it
Can
this
you
one?
Google it through
A dark net
I'm so sorry, Marty.
Can I click on this? Can I click on this
course,
without?
yes.
Can I click on this without having any?
I'm trying Yippee.
Wait, what just happened? Okay, I'm here. Okay, so am I actually buying? Okay.
Oh shit.
If I end up with a tiger, I'm gonna be really pissed. Okay, what can I do? I don't understand this anymore. Where did you bring us? What do I do here?
Well, basically, what you're trying to find is an onion link, which is a link that only works on the Tor network.
Right.
So within the Tor anonymizing networks, you can also have anonymized servers, so that
Yeah.
they can be located anywhere, but you can find them, which is basically the premise of the deep dark web. But it's so ethereal, but it's not really.
All right. So, I mean, I'm on a website called Silk Road something, which is a crazy name. How do I buy a tiger here?
I think, I don't know, like what, I can't read it from here.
You don't
You have
see-
it on your screen in front of you.
I do, but it's
All right,
still a bit tiny.
I mean,
Where's the magnifying?
I'm at a. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the dark market.
I just typed in the privacy lovely search engine Yippee,
I feel I'm kind of like on a
and I
place I
think
don't
I
want to
found
be.
a tiger.
I found a tiger. I literally
6,000.
found a tiger.
Oh no.
Where are you?
I am on the regular web on friendlyexoticpets.com.
You don't even have to go dark. It's
No,
that terrible.
I just found for $6,000 I found a tiger cub. And it's also a beautiful one.
Okay, so this is this kind of planet we're living in. We can apparently just buy tiger cubs.
I really,
Isn't it-
again,
are you
I'm
certain?
happy to provide these info to you, but also please don't buy a tiger.
Are you sure that it's tiger cubs and it's not like just a cup with like this picture on it
Sorry,
for $6,000
I don't know. It has it has 23 customer reviews.
for tigers?
It's a great web page, and I hope all the adorable tiger cubs get loving, caring homes. Is this page legal? This is also one of
Is
the.
that the question?
Is this page legal? Will the buyer get pictures of the animal's current health? Oh, maybe this. It is really actually. Sorry, I love it. This is actually really sad, but also, it is interesting to find this.
Wait, can you bid on this?
I think.
Wait, how does it work? How do you buy this?
I don't know. Send an inquiry.
Could you send an inquiry? Send an inquiry from our fake Google account and just
Glamour.
DuckDuckGo account. I don't know what we're supposed to call it anymore. We're
What
not
was the name?
allowed, we're not allowed to say
Google.
Googling anymore, so we just have to come up with different names. I don't know.
Glamour.
In the meantime, let's look if we actually have missed some missed calls. No, we have actually nobody who's asking us. We have to apparently go down the tiger route. Send something.
What is our phone number again? +31.
I put it on the screen.
29. Yeah, but I don't have our screen.
It's here.
269. 69.
No, I don't know who wanted to know how to buy a tiger, but thank you because we know
38.
buying. I find it horrible, but I'm really curious.
Oh
if
yeah, no, this is
real.
absolutely. But I don't want to fill in my address. Oh wait, no, I do because wait. Let's look all this. Let's
Oh,
find
it's like this, yeah.
address like Florida Keys address.
This sounds actually like some there's like some Snoopjes you could buy somewhere, some
Here.
Lucol.
Our fake address will be
What are
the
they called
Florida
again?
Keys
The-
Hotel.
There's like this on a Lucol. Oh, what is this? Like the Dutch ones with a red with this black name on the Snoopjes. Candy. Steamroll. No, whatever.
I'm using a fake address in a Florida Keys hotel as an address.
Well, they
Hello.
will send the tiger in the end. No. Okay.
We would like to
Is that-
inquire
How much?
about the
Oh, wait.
tiger.
Is it good?
Is he good?
Are you feeding him well?
Are you feeding him well? What is delivery time? Thank you.
Okay, I mean I guess this is part of a help desk kind of.
Oh no, this is
stuff.
absolutely terrible. But I'm really curious if this is an actual thing or if they just make a joke about this.
I mean-
I hope they make a joke. I really hope that they don't have a stash of tigers.
But now you made it.
Oh no, they have monkeys.
No.
This is
Oh, but this really
actually
sad.
okay. I don't even want to look
No,
at this. This
exactly,
makes
don't give them
me
the
too
cake.
sad. No, this is not what we're gonna do.
Too dark.
That is a little bit shitty. You should
Yeah.
not buy
This
exotic
is why
animals.
we shouldn't go to the dark web or use Lucol as a Google engine.
No, don't Google. Say Google. All right. Okay. I'm still in the meantime. I'm still on Silk Road. I don't know. I'm not.
Also,
gonna-
I see that Alistair is really making an effort to not buy any tigers. And Alistair, thank you so much.
You know what
for
we should.
making sure that
You
you're
know what
not
we.
buying
You know what we
tigers.
should all make a lot of effort in not buying tigers.
I think this should be a collective feeling.
Exactly.
Actually,
This should be like universal. Like just don't buy tigers. I mean.
Please don't buy tigers.
Yeah, I'm still on Google, and I'm actually on a website called
Are you Google?
No,
Are you
I'm
Google?
yeah, no, on Google. Wait, we have another call. I'm on Mastodon actually.
This is fun.
This is fun.
Welcome to the Sickhouse Helpdesk. How may we help you?
Hello. Wow, I'm really nervous. It's really exciting. I have a question regarding cybersecurity.
Right?
Can you help?
Yes, we can.
We definitely can.
We can do that.
Okay, so there's a thing. I recently started an Instagram page.
Okay. Yes.
And yeah, it doesn't have too much following yet, but it's really nice. It started out as a fun little project, and we wanted it to be open source. It's super meta, you know. So we in our second post we shared our password for people to join, and it was really exciting to see how quickly we will be kicked out from our own Instagram page.
Okay.
But now there is so much admiration, and we still can post, but someone has actually changed the password and the email address.
Right.
What can we do now to keep our following happy?
Oh, so
and
first
get
of
our-
all, I would like, I mean, without looking up anything on DuckDuckGo or the Tor network, I would always advise you to never share your passwords and encrypt them as good as possibly can. I like it as a concept. That is an interesting idea. And what we will find for you is an Instagram alternative somewhere in which you can maybe build a new following. Is that something?
Aha! Like, what kind of alternative?
That's what we're gonna find.
I think that should be interesting, right?
Also, maybe you should
Thank you.
engage a little bit more in the theme of your Instagram page, so we know what kind.
Yeah, so the page is called Berlin Sand Files. So a friend of my roommate was one day just hanging in the kitchen, and we were hanging together, and then she started like talking about her new like appreciation of sand files, like her tiny obsession. And then we just decided to hang for the day, so we went out, and then we saw some sand files, and then we decided to really do something with it. And so it's just sand files in Berlin.
That sounds extremely interesting. I'm very curious.
Yes.
I do have to say that I've seen it coming by already, and I love the page quite a bit. We will find you a lovely alternative to Instagram. For now, I want to say thank you. Please keep on watching our stream so you will have the answer. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. That was fantastic.
This is amazing. Love you.
Well, okay.
Oh,
Bye.
wow. People love us online.
People love us online. Also, what I just heard, and I think if you are watching but not checking the chat yet, we have a Signal group made. The link is in the YouTube chat, and everybody can join our Signal group.
We have apparently there's the best 3 alternatives to Instagram. I heard about 500 pigs before actually. That is not 500 pigs as in the farm animal.
I didn't know what you're talking about. Like,
we're not looking.
Are you now trying to buy pigs?
No, we're not.
Of tigers?
You know what? I equally disagree with buying pigs, but 500 pigs. So it's one of the most. 500 pigs is one of the most. I actually looked into this. Don't forget the chat. We will not forget the chat.
We are checking the chat.
Exactly. So 500 pigs because I actually have been on Flickr for quite a while, and Flickr has been bought by a thing called SmugMug, I think. Horrible name. Anyway, so I've been looking for alternatives for Flickr as well. So on one of the websites which actually popped up at the time for looking, it's 500
pigs.
Yes.
I'm gonna yippee this. I think, by the way, this is literally the only search engine that the name actually works. Like, I'm gonna yippee it. I really like yippee.
I don't know. I'm gonna Swiss cow. It is also kind of like I don't know. It doesn't. It's
I still think that Swiss cow sounds like an insult, but
I don't know.
Ugh, that Swiss cow.
All right. So one of the most popular photo sharing platforms, but it's different, right? 500 pics is like, but Instagram is not about pictures. It's a social media in which you promote and talk with people. It's not really like Flickr or 500 pigs, right?
Glamour for Cool Fridge is now signing up for 500 pigs.
Right, and I think it's free.
I hope so, because Glamour for Cool Fridge doesn't have money.
She doesn't have a bank account, so... wait, something vibrated. Oh, it was you. Oh wait, we have a message. Stop sending us SMS here, it doesn't work.
Alistair asked if we can get 500 pics from the Tiger website. Well, I think when we found the monkeys, I think there's literally everything that you can get from the website. Also, I wish to not to again.
We will never go there again.
But the answer is yes. I think
you probably can buy 500 pics on the... Well, I mean, I found this thing called PCMag.com, and they say like an alternative to Instagram is Twitter. I mean...
I do have to say, 500 pics actually even has the same kind of signs as Instagram does.
Right. Okay.
I think this is... Oh, I'm following one.
Oh, we follow other 14 million probably users because 500 pigs follows themselves automatically and there are 14.3
Right. Okay. I think I said don't send us SMS. I think which people took us like, yeah, let's send them tons of SMS. Thank you very much. Oh my God. So
But these are just missed calls, right?
we keep. But what is this phone we keep? No, but what is the best recipe in different browsers?
That's amazing. Let's just type in best recipe on all the different browsers.
Right.
No, not browsers.
That
I
is
think
actually-
they mean Google search engines. Not Google.
Right.
Just search engines.
With search engines. So
I
like,
will see what Yippee does.
I'm gonna see. Actually, we haven't mentioned this at all today, but Wolfram Alpha is actually a really cool, really cool search engine for all your mathematical problems and all kind of computational intelligence. So I'm gonna ask Wolfram Alpha what is the best recipe for food. So I'm just curious. Just best recipe. That's it.
I googled best recipe, but
Okay.
on Yippee I got the 17 best recipes from the New York Times.
Wolfram Alpha gives me nothing.
No. I will try Lucol again. They apparently are the way into the dark web.
I'm gonna go for Sickhouse and just see what they have. Oh wait, did we get a message?
we are also the Luftvaart.
Wait,
Oh, it doesn't say anything. We just got an airplane.
that's it. That's it. An airplane.
Thank you so much, viewers who send us an airplane.
Exactly. All-time top two. Oh wait, we get more messages. Oh, we get 3 more messages. Right.
When I Lucol best recipe, first of all I got a recipe for tigers, but that's a joke. I got a BBC Food, so I think they are still very prone to popular websites.
So I'm like probably the person who's in charge of SMS at this company is probably right now totally freaking out because he hasn't gotten to do something in it for a long time. Like, no, people are using SMS again. What am I supposed to do? Yes, SMS is a thing again. Make SMS good.
Make SMS good again.
So on bbcgoodfood.com, if I go through DuckDuckGo, I find lemon drizzle cake as all-time top 20 recipes. Haven't had it. The chocolate cake looks great. Chili, I would not recommend this. I would go for chili sin carne. Then we have carrot cake. And then we have the best ever chocolate brownies recipes and the spiced carrot and lentil soup, which it looks fantastic. I will look for this. Delicious. That looks really great. On Google is still here because I'm really curious what it is. Hipstamatic. Hipstamatic apparently is an alternative to Instagram, which you could use as a. Costs you $1.99, but you know, like it's $1.99, which is something. On Wiki,
it's money.
It's exactly. It's money. Where are we? In Yandex, exactly. Best recipe in Russian. Best.
Are we going to Yandex?
I am on Yandex. Yeah. Best recipes.
Should I do it in Baidu then?
Okay. Best Yandex just brings me to best recipes. Allrecipes.com. Okay.
Yeah, I also get a lot of collection. Best
All right. That was the fun.
Oh no!
All right. You're standing on the thing.
Super dope.
Oh wait, we have a more SMS.
Oh my god. I don't know how to do this anymore. Oh my god, I'm
okay.
overworked
Alright.
in this office.
Exactly. It is a stressful working environment. Very
It's
much.
really
So
stressful.
the SMS just says nothing.
I just wrote in Baidu, I just wrote bestie. I didn't even write best recipe anymore, I just wrote bestie.
10 fresh ways to get a tasty of early spring. Come on, we need some challenging questions here. On Baidu, I will go for best recipe.
I know that I was at Baidu and I
what
found
did they
the best. Oh, I just got the Daily Meal website, but the title said "Infinite Recipe Possibility."
Oh, yeah, I have the same. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
this here. What is the infinite recipe possibility? I just go for the first one. The pepper Thai cookbook.
Jan says, "Watch out, Niels. The Swiss cows can hear you. They look angry and ominous."
That's what I'm making today.
I don't know if people can hear this.
They look onionous.
Can people hear our browsers? Okay. No, they can't hear this? No. So this is the pepper Thai cookbook, which is interesting. I mean, I myself, I'm a huge, look, Google, I'm a huge pepper fan.
You like pepper.
I like peppers, yes. Google, best recipe. Wait. So I thought Sickhouse was supposed to call us for some really big...
They called us.
That
That was the signal question.
Right. Best recipe.
Alistair asked which birthday cake he should bake for his tiger, and I will gigablast this.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Oh,
is-
we haven't
sounds-
Giga blasted anything in a while.
I'm gonna Giga Blast this question.
You know what? Giga Blast, I expect like a 90s Hulk Hogan, like this. We have like instead of like just Giga Blasted, and then they hit you with a metal chair.
That is best cakes for tigers. And I do believe. Oh!
Thank you.
Oh, this is really ugly, by the way.
Best cakes for tigers. I don't know if people see what you do.
What's
I'm
this?
Giga blasting it just a lot. You can Google what this is. No, you have to peel it.
What?
Yeah, you peel it.
You have to pee on it.
No, you don't have to pee on it. You have to pee on it
You have to pee on
to
it.
show dominance.
Sorry. I really
Okay,
just
please-
let you pee on
Please
it.
don't pee on the mandarin. That's what you do with when you get stung by a quail.
Oh, wait, tiger cakes.
Don't be on the mandarin. Right, so Giga Blast. Right, I have nothing to Google. Google. I cannot say Google anymore. Like Lingo said, thank you.
Okay, I do have to say, Giga Blast is really not pretty,
No.
but also it doesn't really give me any. Thank you so much. Give me any answers.
My nail
But it does say try your search on Start Page or DuckDuckGo.
All right.
But then
Guess
this
the
is
nail polish
no,
still
but wait.
somewhere.
I see something very important, by the way.
Ooh, you did all your nails. Right.
And I think this is an important thing because it also says Giga Blast says, and I think you might see that on my screen, but also
Right.
you can see it because you're doing your nails.
Right. I have to
You
do
can
my
use
rest.
Start Page,
I'm uneven.
which uses Google, or DuckDuckGo, which uses Bing. Which uses Bing? Which
Is
uses
Bing considered an alternative browser just because nobody uses it?
I think Bing is a search engine and not a browser. Also,
We had this conversation
I don't know, maybe
earlier.
be on it to get the answer. But no, apparently, so DuckDuckGo apparently uses Bing.
Wait, I'm confused.
Are you
but
kidding
these
me?
are some beautiful
Just can
cakes.
you, sorry, Brainmaster Chris.
Brandmaster Hex wrong?
Yeah, exactly, Brainmaster Extra. Can you elaborate on that?
Wait. So you're telling me that DuckDuckGo uses Bing?
That is what that
That's
thing
what
says, yeah.
Giga Blast tells us.
How does it,
Giga
like-
Blast says it, you know.
Giga Blast.
You know it's true.
Also, who runs Giga Blast? What is Giga
Mr.
Blast?
Gig.
You know what? That is a really good question. Who uses
What
Giga
is?
Blast?
Who is?
What is
Giga
Google?
Blast?
Giga? What is Google Blue?
I feel
Yeah,
stuff.
okay.
And also 2 messages received.
Oh my God! Stop
Let's
sending us.
open one.
Oh my God, we're
Oh!
still catching up. On
We
the
got a
numbers,
question that says, how do I become a vampire?
but-
Yes.
That's a good question.
That is a really good question. I mean, the traditional way would be basically you have to die and then, or you have to drink the blood of a vampire and
No,
then
that's
die.
not how it works.
That's how it works.
No, you don't have to drink the blood of a vampire.
Sure.
That's the thing, right? You
Yeah.
first have to get bitten, and then you have to drink
okay,
the
but
blood
first
of
you have
the
to
other
get
vampire.
bitten. You just don't go to a vampire and
Traditionally,
just go like,
yeah.
hey, let me sip on your blood.
But can Giga Blast verify this? I mean, I'm not sure. Like, I think it feels.
We
it
also
feels
got the
wrong.
question, you hoe goed bezig, which I think is lovely.
Nice.
Thank you.
They can't work like this. But
I know how to get. I know how to turn.
you know
into
what?
a
I'm
vampire on
gonna.
The Sims.
I know how to. Like I know a lot about vampires from Paul von Loon's The Vampire Handbook.
By the way, I'm now gonna put this. Oh no, this one. This is for Alistair. Alistair,
How to
this
turn into a
is the
vampire.
cake that you need to make for your tiger.
No, but we're still looking on how to turn. How does a werewolf turn into a vampire? Okay, that is Giga Blast. Once again, you turned this way better than I expected that you would make
I
this.
see a question. By the way, I really want to answer this.
When was Alice turned into a vampire?
I'm gonna quickly answer Patit in the chat that says I resent that Ecosia is an underrepresented in your office. We have tried to focus on Ecosia quite a bit. We got a new text.
Right, Ecosia. We forgot about Ecosia.
But Ecosia works in the same, not in the same way. It's privacy better,
Right.
but it still works with it still works a lot with selling of the advertisement. That's how they pay for the tree. So Ecosia is a search engine that for every search or for every couple of searches that you do, they will plant a tree somewhere in the world, which is amazing, and I think that's really important.
I think that says like, what is it? How many likes? How many searches?
I can put it on there
right,
because it says right on the top, ecosia.com. And I think, Patty, thank you so much for mentioning this.
Exactly, because we have
there are
looked at Ecosia,
450 trees planted by Ecosia.
Can we find out where they planted these trees?
Yeah, they say directly on the first page.
Flevoland.
Not Flevoland.
In Burkina Faso,
yeah, right. It says
they start making the desert more fertile. That's the word. But also, if you check this map, all these blobs is where they are trying. And if I know my countries a little bit, and I think I do, this is Guatemala. This should be probably Haiti, Peru, Bolivia, and Colombia. This is Brazil and Argentina. Then we have the rest of the countries. But North and South America I got quite well.
In the meantime, I actually got a lot of updates. I found a really cool website of how do you get yourself turned into a vampire. So first of all,
it's on the dark web.
This is quite a dark website, but I'm not sure this is
Just because vampires only live at night.
That's why, yeah.
That's kind of. But first,
use the dark mode. How do you call it? The night mode.
First of all, there's a disclaimer which says like vampires aren't immune to the coronavirus, so that's a good thing to know. So don't get yourself turned into a vampire for the wrong reason.
Thank you.
So how do I get turned into a vampire? Nice. How do I get turned into a vampire? The answer is on this page. If you aren't a vampire, there's a slim chance of you inheriting being a slayer. So don't try too hard to become a vampire, because vampires can't become a slayer. That's really important. Only a real
vampire. What is a slayer?
I don't know. Ooh,
oh, wait, we have a call.
Only a real vampire can turn you into a vampire. It's really important.
Welcome to the Sickhouse Helpdesk. How may we help you?
Hello.
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 I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry for the noise in the background.
It's okay.
Okay, that's good. I just wanted to know how many countries are in Europe. I heard it's Eurovision pretty soon.
This is a very good question.
It is a really important
I just need to
question.
know how many countries are in Europe.
And do you, in that case, do you mean the European Union or do you mean the continent of Europe?
I'm gonna ask
I don't really care about the European Union. I really care about Eurovision. So what does Eurovision say about this?
So the Eurovision Song Contest Europe. We will figure this out. We will figure out the European Union, the Eurovision Song Contest, and the Eurovision continent. Europe continent.
Yes. I would love if Sickhouse does something about Eurovision. Okay,
I hope that you're. Bye. Thank you so much.
Well,
I really, by the way, hope that at one time, maybe around the 21st of May, Sickhouse will do something with the Eurovision. I think that's right,
we got another call.
Wow.
Right,
Sickhouse Helpdesk, how may we help you?
How many?
Hello, this is Adam. I have a question. Like, I want to train my dog, and what is the first best trick that I could teach it?
The first trick that you should teach your dog. First of all, I would think teach him love. And for the rest, we will not Google this at all. we will
saying that.
Alternative search engines. Oh, did you hang up? Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay. Thank you so much. Adam was the name, right? Thank you, Adam.
Adam, yeah.
Adam, we will find this out and check the stream, and you will get the answers. Thank you so much for calling.
I'm still trying to figure out how many countries there are, but
I just hung up. Just hung up, Adam.
Okay. So nobody knows. Apparently, when I use DuckDuckGo, they just divide it. It's really complicated. Can you just tell me how many there are? No, you talk about animals. Okay, good. I'm gonna use.
In this book, there's a whole list. You can count them. I made a list of all the countries of the world.
I'm just gonna find this out on Antipedia.
Ooh. Here, this is the Europe chapter. You can just read.
Countries
read
are there not on, obviously.
You want me to count them? I will just count them.
Just
1,
count them.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 1, 2,
European
3, 4, 5,
countries.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Antipedia is a really cool website in which and actually everything which wasn't sanctioned by Wikipedia or was condemned to be boring or irrelevant was just put there. So I'm trying to figure out what is it. Is Europe irrelevant? I'm just gonna. Well, England apparently, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are popping up on irrelevant encyclopedia. That's not me.
48 countries are in Europe.
How many?
48. I was one of
48.
during our
48.
snack break.
Stop saying Google it. Yes, we know.
But I want to teach dogs stuff.
Right? Can you find me a YouTube you can't say YouTube because we are on YouTube. Can you find me a YouTube tutorial on how to teach dog? Can you find me an alternative to YouTube?
I will Vimeo this.
Or can you find me an alternative to Vimeo?
What's wrong with Vimeo?
No, I don't know. Is there anything else?
Why do I have to pay for Vimeo? I'm gonna be glamour for cool fringe.
Alright, so basically Europe culture is the root of Western civilization, says Antipedia. Okay. With traces its lineage back to ancient Greece and ancient Rome. And apparently Wikipedia thought this was irrelevant. I don't know how this thing works. I feel biased. It's weird. Right. I will not go back to... what's
You're on Google.
No. Oh my god. What? How did I
Go
get...
away
How did I
from
get
Google.
there? How did I get...
You're not even on the Google one.
I'm on the Tor thing.
I get some interesting stuff.
Right.
First of all, Alistair says Tiger Pig does whatever Tiger Pig does.
Activated.
I don't think that's really good. Anouk asks, how do you make tiger bread? And
how do you make
92
tiger bread?
Oh my god, this is actually gonna be stressful.
It's a bit stressful. How do you make
Welcome
tiger
to
bread?
the Sickhouse helpline. How may we help you?
Please don't ask us how to make tiger bread.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I actually have got 2 questions.
Very good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah? Alright. Here they come. First one is I was wondering, by watching a beautiful stream, how much energy does it cost to Google something?
Aha.
And another one would be, how much energy could we all save by having black and white internet?
Like for instance, the discontinued Scroogle. Very good.
Scroogle was in black and white, right?
Scroogle was black and white.
Yeah,
Right,
I think
thank you.
every website. Can you find it out for me, please?
We will, definitely.
Thank you.
Keep watching the stream and you will get the answers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So how much energy does it cost to Google something? I will DuckDuckGo this. So powering a Google search, the facts and the figures. I think you had something on this, right, Niels?
What do I have on this? What?
Didn't you had something? It wasn't there in your your little tiny.
I don't have power usage
right.
answers. I am so sorry, but I don't have those.
Right.
I will in the
But
background.
you can Google it. That's amazing.
I'm torrenting it right now, and I'm
I will in the background while I'm using this funny clip of dogs learning tricks. And then I will try to find my Google Notes again. It's 2 pages. I should read this very quickly.
Well, I found something.
I do have another fun answer, by the way. Not a fun answer. But the search engine called Messenger, or Messenger.
Right.
Messenger. That is a non-profit. Google. This is really hard. This is gonna take us centuries to learn this off.
I found a really cool text about this.
Okay, you do first.
All right, I'm gonna read this really quick. I'm gonna read this as quick as I possibly can because apparently this is like costing so much energy. So as you might imagine, the energy cost of a single Google search is negligible. The company itself estimates that entering a phrase into its search engine awaits a result of So it costs, as you can imagine, to run every result, it's about 40,000 searches every second.
That's not true.
That's what this website said. Direct energy business, whatever.
70,000.
No, they say 40,000. Maybe it went down. So basically, one search itself is nothing. and it costs about 0.00003 kilowatt
Hours.
Hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So that is not a lot. But then you consider, okay, that there's about 40,000 of these every second.
It's amazing that there is an answer for this.
Yeah, of course there's. Searching the web 100 times is equivalent to drinking 1.5 tablespoons of orange juice. Out of context, this sounds really weird.
How many buses of school children in energy does this cost? Like
So
in
one-
terms of arbitrary units. Like
So one Google search consumes the same amount of energy as turning a 60-watt light bulb for about 17 seconds.
So is this one Google search or how
Yeah.
much is this?
No, one. One Google search
It's
consumes
one
this
light bulb for 17 seconds.
Yeah.
So like old incandescent, not that
60
bright
watt
light
light bulbs. Yeah,
bulb. That's quite a lot.
that is a lot. So
then
you-
start-
as you can imagine, this evening cost quite the energy. Well, we didn't Google anything, so it's not our fault. So 40,000 searches every single second. That alone is like 12 kilowatt hour in energy. That's equivalent of running a ceiling fan continuously for 1 month.
Oh,
Right.
and that's per second.
Right.
So it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, the energy cost of Google does not vary widely based on a single search. It's the sheer volume that makes its energy usage so significant. As it turns out, that makes sense once you break down the actual process behind Google searches, and this goes on and on and on. I mean, there's a lot of data
I think
here.
Noah also is doing some calculations behind the scenes.
Noah, do you know more about this?
Do you wanna? I need to pee anyway.
I also need to pee. Google.
Okay. You're gonna tell about Google.
Noah, Gigi? Gigi,
I don't know anything about
I'm not telling you about Google, but 16 watt.
These are the temps.
I don't know, where's the... Hi everyone. You see me bringing some coffee to these lovely people here.
What did you find? No, what did you find? You
Well,
said,
I didn't find
this is not-
anything, but it's good. Where's the number that Aike said? It was 0...
1 kilojoule, or I saw 1 kilojoule or 0.00003 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, so if a 16 watt light bulb is...
On for 17 seconds.
Yeah, it's a 16 watt light bulb is the equivalent of 0.0016 kilowatt.
kilowatts. Sorry, we're uniting now. But
Okay, maybe it's...
But the math is a little bit off.
0.25 tablespoons of orange juice.
Which, honestly, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I think it would be very interesting to put this in the light of maybe. So we've all heard like the comparison of Bitcoin taking the amount of energy that Switzerland is using. So I would really love to see how many Googles is a Bitcoin blockchain. That would be an amazing. That would be an amazing thing.
Should we give the...
Oh wait, we have.
Wait,
yeah, we're
we
just
have the answer.
changing.
All right, we have the answer.
Yes, exactly.
Aike will print the answer on the machine.
Right. Okay. Right. That were our co-hosts. Thank you very much for coming. Where's Niels? What happened to Niels? Why are we looking at a video of a dog? Are you still looking up how to train dogs?
Yeah, but I
Right.
got
I
too
thought
many
you
pictures.
meant like
This is
the
for
dog
you,
had a
this
lot
is
of
for-
energy, but
All right. Did we get an answer on the Google one?
we
No, what's
decided
happening?
that
Help!
it was very strange the way they handled their units, and I think we came to the conclusion it would be really amazing if we could find out how much Google energy uses, how much Googles are in a blockchain of Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin uses like a Switzerland amount of energy.
Right. It's Switzerland.
So how many Switzerlands or how many Googles is a blockchain or a Switzerland or
Right.
something?
So right, how many Switzerland is one cow chain?
I am
How
so
many-
confused.
How many Switzerlands is one
But
cow
I'm
chain?
going to say one thing that will help here in the.
Right.
I'm so sorry. When I ran back in, I dropped a whole bottle of beer, and Chichi and Noah are now really frantically cleaning it up, which is really nice. Thank you so much. But if you are really concerned about energy, which we all should be, because climate change is real and Extinction Rebellion, but the search engine Metager, or I will spell it, Metager, is a non-profit organization that only uses green power for their searches. So I think that's a really important one that we should also keep in mind, besides Ecosia. So those are really also helpful for the environment.
Right. Do we have more questions?
I don't know. I ran out of coffee.
Wait, we have received 3 SMS in the meantime. We have a question. What should I do if I'm being followed by Swiss cows? Peeing on them didn't work. Asking for a friend. Okay, I mean, we will not DuckDuckGo this. Oh, please hurry. What's the next one? Oh shit! This seems urgent. And we have a missed call from the same number after. So maybe that is right. That is something.
Okay. Don't do anything with the cows. See them as your friends, not as your enemies.
Cows are our friends, right?
You can say, I kou van jou.
Wow. All right.
Should I get another coffee? Is my question to myself.
I think we're almost at the end of this, right?
I think so too.
I really think so. If we get, maybe
But I still want another coffee.
I am still looking. I'm in the process. I'm putting some research into how many Bitcoin units are a Google. That's gonna come up in 1 minute.
All right, so we're gonna wait for that. We're gonna have maybe time for one more call to see if we actually get it.
Yeah, call us.
Exactly. Yeah. In the meantime, I think I had a lot of fun doing this actually.
Should I check what my ads, what the ad center says? That happened with what we're. But the problem was I googled it. No, yeah, but now I have to check in Google. But now I forgot where to find it.
You have to plug it, right? It's not plugged yet. It's the end. So,
I might have forgotten how to get there.
Yeah, I also.
I hope if Yolanda is still looking, if Yolanda is watching this stream, hey Yolanda.
All right.
Oh my God!
Okay, yeah, then we wait for this. All right, we have one more call. Right, here we go. Welcome to the
Sickhouse
Helpdesk.
Yay!
Yay! How can we help you?
Hi, I have a new question.
New question.
Somebody actually my neighbor came by and it was a little strange, and I was just wondering, how can I know for sure if my neighbor is not watching me or not via internet?
Right. That's a good question. First of all, we will look this up.
We will look this up. Thank you so much for your question.
That is a good question.
But that is a complex question.
Exactly.
As well.
So first of all, we have to know actually do you share your, for instance, Wi-Fi with your neighbor? Would you be doing that?
I mean, not that I know of. I have internet.
All right. You have your own Wi-Fi, but is your, for instance, like your Wi-Fi password? Would that be like did you have a own? Did you install your own Wi-Fi password, or was it like just on your router, just from the beginning on?
I think it was on my router.
So just you didn't do anything about that?
I can't tell.
I
forgot.
All right. So I think this is a question for for Chris. I think this would be very interesting.
Sorry, Hex Matron.
Hex Matron.
Oh, the brainy boy!
Can my neighbor enter my internet?
No.
So my computer?
Can your neighbor access your internet?
Can
Unless
your
you give
neighbor
him your
access your
password,
internet? I
probably
think
not.
Hex's Matron is getting into this. We'll follow the stream, and we'll be back in a second. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. In the meantime,
Thank you.
Yolanda, which is amazing, Yolanda is watching us, and she just told me how to find the ad settings again.
Perfect.
So
I think Hex Matron is getting into the whole Wi-Fi hacking, watching thing. How likely is it that your neighbor?
Very
would be
unlikely.
Very
Like,
unlikely.
Maybe 5 to 10 years ago, it was possible, quite
Right.
likely. Leaky shit. Leaky
shit.
Leaky shit. Like your pipes are leaking. The internet is a series of pipes, obviously. Yeah, but these days, like with modern WPA2 encryption, for
Right.
example, or that protocol, it's less and less likely. It takes quite some expertise.
All right. So like anybody could like I mean like I would consider myself an advanced user. Could I just by DuckDuckGoing results could I find programs which actually would give me access to somebody else's internet? Could I install like I don't know. I just say stuff. Linux Kali and basically steal packages of the air and slowly build our password.
Possible. You can still, like, if you have
Is that
less
still something?
encrypted, if you have the right gear and you know what you're doing, you can, of course, you can do all sorts of stuff. You can, like, pretend you are an access point.
Right.
You can, like, sort of manipulate people into doing stuff, or, like, manipulate the hardware into doing stuff.
Right. I heard.
But
like,
generally,
I heard of a really simple way of basically taking over somebody else's network is by I mean like everybody sees all the names of the different networks. If I, for instance, would change my Wi-Fi name into somebody else's Wi-Fi name, for instance, and at some point my laptop would try to connect to this person's
this
Wi-Fi.
is possible.
That is really easy and it is possible, right?
Yeah.
So you cannot. So how can I prevent this? Is there a way around that?
I'm not sure.
Exactly. Right. So this is. So actually, in fact, your neighbor might be looking at your internet. Never feel safe. Creepy neighbors. Okay. So last maybe we should look into this. How would you prevent this kind of
This
stuff?
can probably be a whole new show, right?
That could be something.
The
to help
hacking
this
into
too.
your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Hacking into your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
What are our neighbors? Spacebar.
Spacebar.
We're gonna hack into the spacebar.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna have Ecosia open here as a.
I will show because
As
I'm
a
going to
search
check.
engine. Yeah,
Oh
right.
my! Sorry.
I am actually shocked because I thought
Exactly.
it would be
In
nice.
fact, wait, can you explain what we did here?
Yes. So what we did was I could use Tor, the browser Tor, to find everything, blah, 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 blah. And I tried to use only privatized, no, not privatized.
Not privatized. What?
Search engines that focus on privacy. So I tried to only find, we did use Baidu and
Yeah, exactly.
the Russian version of that, which name I forgot, Yasman.
Yandu.
Yandu, yeah.
So
And,
these are not alternative at all. These are
No.
just different.
these are
browsers.
very big, actually. But we tried to not use Google, but I was in the Google browser with the Google account. And when I started, the computer knew that this is also funny. So the profile that I set up was
right.
on the name of Glamorford Coolfridge. We were a non-binary person who was 85, born in 85. So that means
born
that
in
you're
85.
yeah, they were not an 85-year-old person.
That
They
would
were
be a
born in 85, which makes you 36 now. Are you born in 85? Oh, you.
Well,
Anyway, so, but we were, according to Google, a non-binary 36-year-old person. Now, when
So
we
what
see
do they
this,
know about us?
they found out that we were 35. They also said we were male, which is not what I put on. So we don't have to go through all of this.
Wait, I have so much questions. Where do I find this information and what is
So
this?
Yolanda told me this as well. This is that you can all find. I learned this from Yolanda. Shout out to Yolanda. We do Queerdo together. Every Wednesday is this a podcast.
Nice
Please
plug.
subscribe to the podcast.
Nice plug. Okay.
Also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please do.
Exactly.
But Yolanda told me this, and this was when I talked about that we were going to do this, and she said, "Oh, you can do this." Bleh. And it is through the website. I don't know if my screen is shared, but the website is @settings.google.com, and if you have a Google account, this will be your list. You can put it on or off. You don't have to check it right now. You can do that after the stream.
But
Well, okay, I was zoned out there for a second. Was that a joke? Did I have to laugh?
and you can put it off, which is
This little safer thing, because Yolanda put it off, but she put it on, all the information was again there. So it is like, you can put it off, but they will still collect it.
But when we started, it was just the only thing that I knew about us was that we were a non-binary person, 36-year-old,
Right.
from the Netherlands. That was what they knew.
What do they
Now-
know now about us?
Now they think that we're male, which is
Right.
already strange. But also, and I'm gonna show you this, and if the
I'm so curious about
if the Cloudmeister can put the screen, yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, yes.
It's I'm not gonna say everything, but this is the full new list that they got from us,
And
which
this is what I
looks.
think what we like, right?
These are the things that what we tried to find in the last 1.5 hour. Before that, this page didn't exist. So this is all. We are not a parent.
Niels, I'm just showing your notepad somehow.
Notepad.
Oh,
You have this
no.
open on the other window.
Should I close the notepad?
Yeah, I think this makes it.
How do I close the notepad?
Just minimize it. Oh no, close it.
Or maybe it's broken.
Say,
Who knows?
Oh, I also didn't
that was
say.
also all our questions.
So, no, I forgot to keep it up for the last hour. So
Okay.
it's just the first two questions. I think we answered it.
But so Google, or like they basically stored our interests.
We found out, for example, how to do it yourself, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, well, we do know that.
We went for discount offers. We were talking about homes and gardens.
I am apparently a high school graduate, so that's great. I finished high school.
Okay.
There was,
I know this.
I finished.
You can-
I finished school high.
Okay, good.
I am married apparently, but I don't have children.
So okay, so then no, not, but it's all gamble.
This is sort of gambled, but still they
But it's
thought
it's from
they-
1 hour
they-
activity, right?
This is a 1 hour activity, and okay, I did it with my own Google account, which I will not show you. But there was so because it was obviously over the years, and it was all extremely correct
Yeah.
because I used it for so long, and I didn't know that this existed. And actually, well, it's always.
I didn't know until this morning either.
No.
I'm gonna look at my own because I'm also very curious. I mean, Google probably by at this point knows everything about me, and I think. Yeah, I think, I mean, there's no way I used the whole evening Tor browser, so I gave actually nothing up of my, to nobody.
Well, you were maybe if you were.
Or
not
well, to
in
Yanbu
somewhere.
and Baibu or whatever they call them.
Yanbu and Baibu.
They probably stored some
Those are the two
information.
ones.
Right, but like I feel like it feels kind of nice to get around of this. Exactly. So I don't have anything to smash this with.
No.
So-
We want to say because this is the end of the help desk. The help desk is closed. If you call, I'm so sorry.
Exactly.
We stopped at the help desk.
Okay. It was at the end of the evening. Oh, right, okay.
I will. Thank you all so much for watching us.
Exactly. That was it. Thank you very much.
The office
There's about 7 Googles in a Bitcoin.
Right. So
Wait,
basically,
Just
first
so you know.
explain why we do this.
exactly. So because like actually we are all about like believing and keeping your data right. So we all believe like so everybody who called us this evening, we have all your phone numbers here. Like we can see what you texted us and everything. So we don't want to store this either because we believe in this kind of philosophy that this stuff should be good. So I'm just gonna get rid of this phone real quick so we can just we are just done with it a little bit.
Jesus
So,
Show the
uh,
parts. Show the
so-
parts.
so-
Show that
Well,
you
it's,
really
it's
did it.
literally you didn't break it because it's a fucking Nokia.
It's a Nokia. Please don't destroy. No, if you want to draw
Table, I
energy,
guess.
So
take out
basic-
the SIM card.
So basically the table broke before the phone. Well, it's broken. Like I think I can just break it easier like this.
Oh,
so,
wow, yeah.
so that's just the way.
So your information is not being saved. That's
Exactly.
the point you tried to make by smashing a
exactly.
table.
Well, exactly. Well, thank you for calling. This was a lot
Thank
of
you so
fun.
much. Next week we have an exploration mode. I
Right,
think,
next week,
where
Thursday.
Zoraida and Marie every month they go on a quest throughout the World Wide Web, the open places that you can visit. For example, Mozilla helps, but a lot of festivals use free to visit areas. Right? That's how.
Yeah. Right.
And the abandoned ones are the ones that are not used right now. So Rada and Marie are finding all the hidden spots there, which is really fun.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
if
It's
you
good
want
to
to see
watch
that,
that, yeah.
I'm so sorry, I'm gonna sound like every vlogger that you ever seen. But make
Oh my
sure to subscribe
And if
click
you're
the
doing it for you,
notification bell.
subscribe and like. That's what she said, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but that's also what you need to do. So you will get all the new fun videos and clips. You get a notification when it's happening. For new, thank you very much. We were very happy that we were here with you.
That was a lot of fun. I think we're gonna do this again.
That's okay.
I think I want to do this again. I think
Sure.
that was a lot of fun.
This was amazing.
Yeah, right?
Thank you so much.
More Helpdesk.
Thank you so much,
No, I want to
everybody.
give you a high five,
I mean,
Paige.
try to call us. Okay, great. I mean, try to call us, but I mean, like, that's
Yeah,
going nowhere
sorry.
anymore. So, well, I think.
No, you
that's
can't
the one-
call us anymore because the
Well,
phone is broken.
I mean, you can try, but for the next help desk, we have to get a better phone. This one was also crap.
See you next time.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye.
Kisses.